Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm going to be doing a very honest first impression of Dawntrail. I don't want to lie to you guys or hype anything up. So I haven't gotten into the MSQ yet, we're about to start that. Just want to share my first thoughts on the update itself. I think it's hot garbage and complete trash, I'll be honest. I do not notice the difference from the graphics update, just not at all. And looking down, water, everything around me, no, I don't see any difference in the graphics update. The dye system was absolutely atrocious. Whoever thought that up, complete asshole, probably hates the player base. It was really awful. The only outfits I had that I could do the double dyes on could only change like the tiniest little thing, like, example, where are my glams? The two that I wanted to be able to change the most, right? It would load. Everything loads really slow when I'm streaming. So I wanted to be able to change my undershirt, right? That makes sense for that to be the second part. No, I changed the little tiny orange parts. That's all I can change with the double dye system. And then, where was my other glam? One of my casual glams I really like. Right. Sorry, I just woke up, I'm kind of out of it, and I also haven't played in weeks. I'm struggling to remember where I left everything. There it is. Okay. So then another thing, you'd think, right, sweater and scarf, two different parts to dye? Nope. Nope. This one tiny little ribbon thing here, that's the second part you can dye. So the dye system was a colossal disappointment. Huge fuck you to the player base. Was not happy about it. And I just want to get those thoughts out of the way first. Hopefully the MSQ was great. But I just wanted to go in completely open, completely honest. I know everyone's going to be really hyping up the DLC and refusing to talk about the bad parts. So I just wanted this to be one place where you could get a bit of honesty. They have a message for us. Welcome back, Noah. I've just heard word. I can't even words right now. Welcome back, Noah. I've just had word from Erinville. It seems he's managed to secure passage to Turil aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall while I go and inform your travel companions? It should only take a moment. Alright. So I haven't really decided on a glam that I want to wear for the Dawntrail expansion. I feel like everyone has such nice glams and I'm still wearing the same warrior shit I had on at level 40, level 50. Yeah, these graphics are still like fucking PS2 graphics. I don't know what they changed. Ojka gave us the good news. Made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. Only one yet to arrive is Erinville himself. Ah, you're all here. It took some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Turil. There'll be other passengers, researchers, and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share the deck space. That's fine, Erinville. I doubt anyone expected we'd have a ship all to ourselves. They're not casting off just yet, so if you have any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's still clear on what it is we'll be doing in Tural, yes? No? You have any idea how long it's been since I did the last quest? We've not forgotten. Speak for yourself, Alphino. I've definitely forgotten. Nation of Tuleolal is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alphino and I have another objective. Why are we getting involved in random foreign politics for one person we went one time on an island we didn't know existed? This is already not adding up. Why are we doing this? As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tural, we hope to learn more about its myriad cultures, interact with one another, about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, the sort of insights that might help our friends in Ilzabad. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be sure that we will give the contest all due attention. But why? Because this is the only person from that nation that we've ever met, and we're like, no, they deserve to win. We did like one little mission with them. We killed a bird or something. So that means that we definitely need to give them our full support. That's all I ask. Otherwise, you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Kyle? Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father, the Dawn Servant. Yet oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation in our archives, and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I should very much like to get to the bottom of this mystery. Oh, fuck yeah, bud. I'm sure there will be a chance to speak with Papa. You can get your answers right from the source. I look forward to meeting him. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as guide. Still playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. Hoist sail, let the wind take us as she pleases. Won't make you a Dawn Servant by standing here and talking about it. In fact, we won't make you Dawn Servant at all. We don't know what that is or who you are. I go whatsoever adventure is to be found. Sure. That's what they tell me. Right then. While I'm still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. I still don't understand why we're helping this random become Dawn Servant or whatever. I feel like they're very much missing some important story details as to why our character gives a fuck. But alright. Oh boy. They see me loading. Hating. Maybe I should just go play some fucking Hogwarts Legacy. I just got that. Seems like a better game. So how's everyone doing this fine morning? I'm tired as fuck, I just woke up. Ah, my favorite. Floor tiles. Great! NPC of Beyond, I spawn thee! Because the others will have already left for the harbor. Not in danger of missing the boarding call, but perhaps we should be on our way as well. Ah, loading screen. Feels like forever since we were last here. Missed it. Miss these moments of tranquility, the time I get alone with my own thoughts, you know? Only gonna stream 2 hours of our first impression. I think all of it might be loading screen. Ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum.
Savoring the moment? I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
Unlikely.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Why do you sound like a vampire?
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Vampire, how do you live in the sunlight?
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off! It's time. I trust you have everything you need?
I got some holy water, a cross, a stake.
And so does our ship cast off from the docks. We sail west, as Kattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me! Woklamat!
Yay. But again, why? I need a very good explanation for why we're here. Everyone's gonna praise this game for its story. It should, you know, have a good story. And on a trip in our favorite pirate ship, swimming through the seas. Heartland me. I don't remember her name. Actually, even the Scions, I call them all by nicknames. I'm terrible at names. Tatari should have made us a nice little island glam. Come on, Tatari, what are you doing? Got girl Elfino over here.
Smooth sailing so far?
One of these is probably a Stydian. I would assume the guy holding the box.
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We got a Hyper Tataru.
Seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact. I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession. Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own. Did you look out across these same waters, Grandfather?
Where are the characters people actually like? Where is Stydian and Graha? Thancred. We're getting like the major fucking B team over here. Oh, we're gonna have to wait for NPCs to load in, aren't we? There we go. Fontaine? Hey, bonjour. Oh, this will be my first visit to Turil. Fontaine's the name. I was working at Eshtame's Aesthetics in Uldar, you see. But my employment with them, came to an end. That's why I visited Charlayan, in the hopes of starting over while I was attempting, and failing, to find a new job. I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard a room for another passenger had suddenly opened up. Oh no. Behold, the Dawn Servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so Tuliolal seemed like the perfect place to begin anew. Hopefully things will be better this time. Alright, bye. Oh, that selfish trader. An adventure, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Uldar. Specialty imports and exports, AOs and interrally both. This is your first crossing the salt, as they say. You remember that the social morals of Eorzea are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this. It is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. For the Makote, the Hetsaro, the Rosgar, the fuck. Sprawl. How the fuck do I pronounce that? Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, man, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption. Sorry, someone just spam texting me and I thought it was important. It was not. Certain cases. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. Okay. Justinian, how are you? You want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who'll be sat in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants. The right of succession. Your young Wook Lamat being one of them, of course. I mean, if I'm betting on it, I guess now I have investment in who should be the leader. But I also want to, like, know the best options before I bet. Know what I mean? So I gotta get to know the other candidates. My story? Well, since you asked, I wanted to retrace the historic journey of the great Kettenram. You know, the first Eorzean to set foot in Turl, almost 80 years ago. The Mamulya's leader is said to have welcomed Kettenram with open arms and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as a token of their friendship. But the real treasure was the crops he brought back. Potatoes, tomatoes, and corn, spread across the Eorzea like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. Tales say Kettenram returned to Turl several times after that, but his ship vanished during his last recorded voyage, and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's peril. I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. Yeah, I've had enough of playing the simple.
I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Turl, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we head home to lick our wounds.
Okay. Aw man, Elfino, how are you feeling about this vacation, buddy? Big guy? Big man? Big burly muscly man? I hope you enjoy the vacation, bud. Bye, Elfino. You learn anything of interest? That Elfino gets really mad for no reason sometimes. Oh, I hadn't heard that about the clan names. We should have Vuklamat and Erenville teach us the ones we should know. Actually, it's getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. No loading screen. Been a long day. Out loading screen. My cat is very upset with me. I locked her out of my room because she was being disruptive when I wanted to stream. And she's meowing at the door. She's like, let me in. I belong in there. This is my room. Do not close the door on me. He's so sweet. I'll put up a picture for while we wait. That is Bubbles, the sweetest cat in the world. So, how's everyone else feeling about the expansion so far? Know in the comments. Good old loading screen. Always here when I need it. Just windy weather, boys, stormy weather, boys. When the wind blows, we're all together, boys.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
Oh no, is your voice always that high?
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick.
Yeah, I don't think we should be putting a liar in the fucking Dawn seat.
I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erinville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Vieira live there?
Oh no, how did he change clothes so fast?
The Shetona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
We're in the teeth of a neuroman's! Reef that sail for the last snaps!
Oh dear.
Only elders at watch! This wind's too strong to take in this. Man going off the mast! We need help! Get him below decks first! Quickly! Before he's washed overboard!
Come, we should lend what aid we can.
That's some fucking voice acting. Boys washed overboard!
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Nah, I have that effect on journeys.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
Wait, there's two of them?
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning. What an extraordinary life he must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease. Voklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress. By the time the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
I feel like that exposition wasn't necessary.
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground. Ugh. Can't be much farther now, can it?
Why did we randomly decide you should be the leader of your area?
Seabirds. Land must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
I feel like character motivation is important, especially when it's your own fucking character.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Why would... Okay, sorry, this is a bad story. So far, this story is just poorly written. random exposition, no good motivation, just deciding everyone's fucking on board for this.
Easy, stomach. Easy.
And the comedic relief is so poorly done.
If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
And so far, I really feel like the developers are just kind of bored of Final Fantasy XIV. They're like, yeah, we don't really want to do shit, but people wanted shit, so here's some shit.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There, look, my friends. Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
Yay! At least we're finally back in loading screen. I've missed this. I've missed the loading screen. Oh my god, it's a Mayan temple. 2012 end of days.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is it? We've been to Ultima Thule.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihyolal are still few and far between. And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
Mamulcha sellswords mostly. Those willing to play the fool sail with Lominsan merchants to secure employment in Eorzea.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
Rare and currently undocumented. Were there some forms we should fill out or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
Did I forget who I don't know who I'm traveling with. I don't know who you are.
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
Hello, friend.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Tule Yolal?
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
Man, I do not like her.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
Well, well. You really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first. I bid you welcome to Tule Yolal.
Righty. Suppose an NPC will be spawning here. I summon thee. I was trying to do an emote, but I guess my emotes aren't loading in either. My cat has not stopped meowing this entire time. Yay, my fox cat, yay! Okay, I'm happy now. The most adorable creature in this game. Look at you. Hit it. Look at you. Oh, just curled up there. The hell is the NPC? How am I loading in players before the NPC? I don't give a fuck about these people. Oh, that is a nice outfit. Oh, the sound just died? Oh, it's back again. Don't need more. I'm gonna crash, aren't I? Yeah, the sound just cut out again. Oh, there you are. Kind of trouble the soldiers are expecting. Or not? Who am I talking to? Load in the NPC I actually need, please.
There we go. Goodness. Please, Aaron, will talk to me. Unable to commence cutscene. Streaming this day one was a bad idea. So many people around. Come on. Well, despite the servant's efforts, to the contrary, here we are, safe and sound. All that waiting to do that. You have arrived in Tuliolal. You can return to the city at any time by speaking with the swarthy sailor in Scholar's Harbor in Old Charlayan. Excellent. I need for this to switch from a question or a check mark to an exclamation mark. Count words. My cat is still meowing at me. Ooh, we got our first weapon. Fancy schmancy. Oh, loading screen, how have I missed you? Right then, first things first. I feel like in Endwalker, like everything was voice acted. They really stopped caring about this. Yeah, still a bit queasy. No more boats for a while. I realize we just arrived, but we should get you familiar with the city before the Rite of Succession begins. No arguments here, I should very much like to explore. I'll guide you. Are you sure you're in any condition to do so? Aha! We were wondering who these strange folk were. The third promise has found herself some new followers then. Followers? Oklamat, are you unwell? No, not at all. Can it be better? The third promise does not get seasick, no sir. As for my hand-picked entourage here, I recruited them to help me win the Rite of Succession. I was about to show them around the city, in fact. That sounds lovely. But a group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially if they are in the company of the third promise. Everyone will be curious, we certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to, command a respectful distance. But you're just so easy to approach. And I enjoy it so much when you do. Please don't ever worry that you're bothered to me. Very kind. Good day to you, third promise. They did have a point. Oklamat is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Wait, what do you mean, technically? I suggest we move in two groups so as to attract less attention. Just technically ignoring me then. Should I add a shitty laugh track to this? Ha 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 ha. No, you and Kral can come with me. We'll take the twins then. Twins? I thought they were clones. We'll get in touch once we've had a good look around. That voyage was hard on all of us, so take it slow and recuperate. We have time enough for that. Enjoy your wanderings. Perhaps we should wait a bit, at least until Woklamat's nausea subsides. No need for that. Look, I'm ready to go. Erg. As a wild and quirky character that we should all love. The audio's gonna be in. Also, my cat is still meowing. She doesn't give up. I'll be right back. I'll give things a second to load while I go deal with my cat. Forgot to unmute myself. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day feeling sorry for myself. What was the contest looming and all? Now then, seeing as we're already here, I might as well tell you about the harbor. Aaronville already mentioned the reefs in our coastal waters, which explains why you don't see any big ships moored at the docks. Only vessels with shallow drafts can navigate the bay, mostly small fishing boats or barges, ferrying cargo up and down the rivers from inland settlements. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yogg-Troll, the salient landmass. The clans there produce various goods for export. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls in the neighboring markets. Speaking of which, Bayside Bevy should be our next stop. Woklamat and Kyle are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with the quest objective. You can leave your quest companions behind by entering a different area, or by speaking with them and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have your companions join you again, return and speak with them at the original location. Yeah, okay, we did this in Endwalker. Oh god, please just get me out of here. The audio cut out again. Alright. Just gonna make a beeline for the fucking etherite. You can already see the people have fantasiaed into Ephemeroth. Seems I'm not the only one who decided to run straight here. Get out of my way. Peasants. Peasants, help me. This is Bayside Bevy, Tuiola's largest marketplace. Being right on the harbor, everything from fresh fish to imported wares go directly to the shelves. Anything you want, they most likely have. Alright, I should mention that here in Tuiolal, we buy things with Pel, a currency that the Pelu created. But don't worry, more and more trade is coming from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gil. There's also Chumakimaki, another market to the east of here. That can wait for another time. I have other places I want to show you first. Next we'll head back for a bit, then northwards, up the stairs to a certain plaza. Haha. I can't wait to see the look on your faces. The Aetheryte Plaza, as you might say. What do you think of that, eh? Goodness me, you have Aetheryte in Tuiolal. Like I told you before, but my brother Kwanda spent 3 years studying in Charlene. He fell in love with the nation and its ways, and brought back to us the knowledge of Aetheryte construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once. Had one built immediately. Did you do the attuning thing? If you're ready to continue, we'll head down again and then up the slope on the side. Right at the top is the gate which leads to Zocturul. Let's make a stop at Bright Plume Post on the way though. That's the headquarters for the Landsguard. I need to check. What are the fucking teleport costs? Alright, not too bad. It's not like 1,000 like fucking Ultima Thule. Look, we have a little bit of experience. Wonderful. Where are we headed? Yes. We have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, though, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares were wide enough to accommodate wagons. Putting up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhausting. I understand now where Wooklamot gets her endless endurance. Come on, team, let's go. Get ready. Go. So is this supposed to be kind of like the main city of the expansion? So was there a market board here? Oh, there is. I hate how many like big city areas in this game don't have a market board. Here we are, Bright Bloom Post. The soldiers stationed here are responsible for defending Tuliolal and preserving the peace. The Lands Guard are led by our nation's strongest warrior, so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago, when Zoralja took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to... Pekka! Well, I'll discuss my brothers and their accomplishments later. Alphino and Alize should be around to hear it too. Come on, it's time I showed you the Skygate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. Alrighty. I mean, they're using really like exciting, bombastic music, but this place is boring as balls, bro. Already been to Flavenir, thank you. It's the kind of music that should be playing in Yulmore. Like, they did so much to create the illusion of them actually doing something, but then didn't. Massive, isn't it? That's what she said. And on the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yokhui. Strictly speaking, Turl is actually two separate continents. Yokturl, the southern lands of the mother, and Zakturl, the northern lands of the father, which lie beyond the bridge. Legends say it used to be one great landmass. But long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle, and when one cleared the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. A familiar sounding tale, I am behind the conflict between Heidelin and Zodiac. But getting back to Zakturl, those lands are also part of the Tuliolal nation, correct? That's right. My father incredible united the peoples of two continents into a single nation. Many clans of Turl had been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the land, put a stop to their myriad conflicts, that we finally had peace. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the peace he built. But I see you're more interested in what's behind that gate than hearing about my aspirations. Crossing the bridge to Zakturl requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the right of succession is over. I promise to get you one when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll have to wait. Wish we could go there right now. Be patient, I swear that once the throne is mine, the travel permit is yours. Okay, but what if the throne isn't yours? I haven't even met the other candidates yet. Why am I vying so hard for you to be the leader of a place I don't give a fuck about? I don't give a fuck about you either. The story was not well done to make me care about this shitty fucking NPC. There we go. The audio cut out again. See you in a while, little cryo. Tulial is unlike any other place I've visited. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. $645, what do I have right now? So that's actually still weaker than my current weapon. Okay. At least want to look at it. Kind of basic. Right. Guess I can go on the garbage heap. Alright, Wokalam it. We'll head west next towards the Ark of the Dawn, and dirigible landing is on the way. You have dirigibles too. What is that? I've never seen that word before, I'll be honest. Tulial certainly doesn't want for methods of travel. We get by. Now, if you've seen enough of this area, let me know and we'll continue on. Oh my god, I actually have to talk to her again to let her know. The Ark of the Dawn is on the other side of the city, so speak up if you see something that interests you as we walk. Okay. I'm tired. Tired, boss. Yeah, so we're halfway through our first impression stream. I will say it has not left a good first impression. The story does not make any sense to me so far. I do not understand my character motivation. The area is kind of lame, if I'm being entirely honest. This isn't very exciting at all. The update itself was a huge disappointment. I don't notice any different in the graphics. The die system was just god-awful. Hopefully it gets better as we go on. This is not starting strong, that's for sure. I'm still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. Originally the site of a Yakhui temple. The giants built it when they were first making the bridge to Zoctorol to appease the god who slumbers in the great ocean trench. After Yakhui withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries. When Papa was establishing this new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace, sitting practically in the center of Turo. He gathered artisans to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. One sec, sorry. So I gathered us to do the work, and the houses they built for themselves became the foundation of the city you see today. Speaking of houses, we will be passing through the resplendent quarter, biggest residential district in Tuliolal. Climb these sets of stairs here all the way up. The audio cut out again. And again. The arterial climb. Papa's palace is called Volok Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look, but we'll be coming back here later. Let's move on for now. Ethernet shard. This is Resplendent Quarter. What manner of people live here? Resplendent sort, of course. We have residents from all the Yoctoro clans, Mamulia, Zabral, Pelu Pelu, you have Moblins here? Zelda? Hanu. We also have Tanawata, Etzaro, and Chitona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Zoctoro. Essence is it's a gathering of people from every corner of Tyrol. True representation of Tyrol's diverse character. Ornaments on each building contribute to the eccentric cultural aesthetic. It's also beautiful. Glad you think so. Come, we continue down the stairs. Yeah, I guess some of them have like horns and some of them have like feathers. 10 out of 10 expansion so far. Let's keep going. That big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. They play it for formal occasions, like when honoring the Landsguard's return from a dangerous duty. You said duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin, earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think that was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. So our main character motivation is this random comedic relief character. I just don't feel like we should be here. They did not make a compelling enough story to like decide why the fuck our character is here. It was so lazily, shittily written. Here are our dirigibles. Not bad, eh? could other nations use airships to sail the skies, but you'll only find balloons in Tuliolal. We have them for the exact same reason as the Aetherites. Guana brought back the plans from Charlane, and Papa thought them fantastic and commissioned their construction. This was around 3 years ago. Since that time, we've added flights to the settlement. Trade with the frontier communities has never been easier. That's enough about dirigibles. The Ark of the Dawn awaits. I'm gonna take that Aetherite. Actually, where are we going right now? There. They keep making these like big grand cities. You have to walk so far between places and you can't use your mount in them. Please just not let me use my mountain cities. There's a chocobo hoarder here. Can I rent this to bring me to my quest locations? Oh, I guess an alpaca porter. Okay, that's kind of cool. This is it, the Ark of the Dawn. When the giants were still here, it was known as the Yoctril Landgate. But when Papa founded Triolal, everyone began using its name in honor of its great achievement. His great achievement. Through this gate is Kozamauka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asks of us, we might end up going in that direction. Kozamauka, the name alone is intriguing. Speaking of what were those fluffy animals we passed earlier? Those are alpacas. Alpaca my nuts in your mouth. Here's some four-legged fiends. Friends. Yes, they are. Here's some. They seemed quite placid to me. They spit in your face. You'll learn soon enough, Crow. You'll learn soon enough. I go play some Donkey Kong 64, that's a good game. But forget the alpacas, I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Okay. Tomorrow's measure. How's everyone doing today? Having fun? Doing the new expansion? Muglamad? Speak to me, my friend. What is wrong? Unable to commence cutscene. No. Even wish to learn the history of Tuliolal and look no further. You stone pillars, you mean? Look, make me walk all the way over there. What's special about these pillars, if I may ask? Glance, they might look like ordinary stone decorations, but if you take a really good look, see there's something much more interesting. Let's take a really good look. Yeah, they're all carvings that tell a shitty story. Rank cannot be skipped. Cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Pictures, wait, no, these are glyphs. They seem to tell a series of stories, many of them featuring a two-headed Mulia. Oh. This must be... That's right, it follows the exploits of my father, Glula Jaja, and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tuliolal Saga. Your father? How did... Never mind, I don't want to know. The deeds he performed in the bonds he forged, all immortalized in stone. There's no better way to learn how Tuliolal can be. Study them as long as you like. Oh boy. I do not care. The pillar tells the Lay of Brotherhood. It depicts a scene where Papa granted an audience to the foreign explorer Ket something. I can never remember the name. I mean Kettenram. Yeah, that's the one. Kettenram's arrival in Turl is what prompted Papa to embark on his own journey. Said the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not in blood. But no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. Kettenram's disappearance is a mystery in Eorzea as well. The records say he traveled between our lands and yours for a while, and it's assumed he was lost at sea. Or her father killed him. Dun dun dun. Here we have the Lay of Reeds. This is a story of when Papa visited the Hanu Hanu in their village in Kozamaluka. The people Alphana almost mistook for Vanu Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your country. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are a bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. let's see. This one is a lay of pots, which depicts the moblins of Kozamauka. They might wear odd masks and sound weirdly muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. I can't words. Clearly, the Vani weren't the only people with distant Tirali counterparts. This one recounts the lay of the past. You can probably tell the figure depicted here is of the Xibral like me. For decades, the Xibral, the Mamulia, are at war for the control of the forest of Yoktel. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliolal. There's a clan of Hrothgar in Bosra known as Helians. In their society, the women rule as queens, and the men served as devoted subjects. They're basically bees. Here in Tul Xibral, men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location. If you're done with the first half, we can move on to the second. Yeah! Oh fuck, bro, this is such a good fucking way to get some good story in here. The Lay of Gold. This really shows one of the Pelu Pelu, whose homeland is in Ukkopak. Can we just stop making names? Let's just say place. The people who are in place. Having created our currency, the Pelu are rightfully known as the Merchant Clan. They oversee Tuliolal's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight no matter where you go in Tyrol. Don't let their size fool you. They might be mistaken as children, but beneath those beaked masks, they are clever and calculating traders. The Lay of Proof that below is of the Yakhui, largest of Tyrol's peoples. These giants once used their great size and strength to establish a dominion encompassing all of Yok Tyrol. Having brought the southern reaches to heel, they then turned northward, setting their sights on Zakturol. You'll recall that massive bridge they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching their northern campaign, however, they just gave up. They abandoned the lands they'd conquered and withdrew into the mountains of Rukopacha. Never seen any other kind so much as set foot in the city. This was a people with power and resourcefulness to raise a temple on a mountaintop, build a bridge across the sea with stone. What would move them to renounce their ambition and their place in Tirali history? Oh, this one is unmarked. Papa says he left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuliolal's history, whatever that might be. Oh, this one is my favorite. The Lay of Ice depicts a battle with legendary Turul Vidral, Valigarmand. Okay, too many fucking words. I should explain. A Turul Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and awakened to preternatural power. Itaru described the Far Eastern auspices in a similar fashion. Could this be the same phenomenon? Velagarmanda itself was dubbed the Sky Ruin, a name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tyrol every time it stirred from its slumber. 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Rukopacha mountains. Despite its reputation, however, Velagarmanda is also a symbol of power. That's why you'll see his likeness on Tuliolal's national emblem and adorning the banners at the palace. Out of your village history then? Yes, thank you. Glad to hear it. No, I feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprises. As I was saying, I couldn't keep anything down for a while. Now I think I'm ready to eat again. Actually, I'm starving. I haven't eaten today. Let's go and have ourselves a bite of local delicacy. Come, I'll take you to the best restaurant in the city. I like the sound of that. You know, one thing I always find so sad about living in Canada is their food is there's no such thing as good Canadian food, you know what I mean? The best restaurant in town is my own kitchen, because everything outside is just so goddamn bland. Oh yeah, no, we have a rich culture of delicious food like that poutine what came from Quebec. And donairs. Who doesn't like poutine and donair? Dude, poutines they taste good, but they're pretty much just garbage thrown together. Donairs don't even taste good. Might as well just have a pita. I live somewhere with better food, like India. Indian food is amazing. Oh, you can dip a little bit of maple syrup on the snow there. Scoop it up on a stick. Alright. You guys gotta try it with the yellow snow, it adds extra flavor. Man, I just woke up in a bitchy mood today, didn't I? I'm so sorry, guys. Restaurant. My favorite place in the game. Oh man, the fucking... I loved all the adorable little scenes in Endwalker when you're eating with your homies. People just munching burgers and stuff. I hope we get a cute little cutscene of that here. When the NPC decides to load in. I was reading the chat log, people are rambling about shit. Someone just said, what the Sigma? NPC not gonna spawn? Are they down? Oh. That's the problem with streaming. If anyone ever caught my Hildebrand questline streams, I prefer NPCs to spawn just because when I'm streaming to Twitch and YouTube. Plus I have the MMO open, so my internet is spread very thin right now. Have you ever had tacos? They're truly a little classic. Make a crunchy shell made from corn flour, and then fill it with meat. Oh man. So ironically, last night I was craving tacos so bad. And my poor family, I was harassing them like crazy for tacos. And they're like, dude, we're gonna have pasta tonight. And I was like, but tacos, burritos, please, anything. We ended up having pasta, unfortunately. So yes, I have had tacos, and I wish I had some right now. A lot of shops don't sell them, but I like how they're made here at best. I hope I pronounced that right. I need one right in front of me, right now. See, okay, now she's speaking my language. I very suddenly like Dawntrail. They know exactly how to win my heart. Let's head downstairs and place an order. It was Old Baruch Evu. Ah, Baruch Evu. On se va. Salut.
Brokevo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
I don't want your tight feelings in my taco. Jesus Christ.
Did you hear the Silver Scares are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye, and now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
Creaking my chair so much trying to reach my drink, sorry. No! That was all that mattered to me so far. There's one thing I cared about. This entire storyline so far. And this bastard ruined it. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Oh, no.
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wuklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Not inaccurate.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor! Glory on your name, brother.
Tacos.
And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling house cat, we are blessed siblings, the elevated chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja as Dawn Servant.
All peoples are equal in Tulihyolal. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
We'll get revenge for the tacos.
Bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
I'll fuck off. I'm killing this guy.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense. Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
A two-headed mamulja. I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo, the Bunewa, and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubigo and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Okay, taco time. Let's go. Who was interrupting taco time?
The city I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest.
And Alize, fuck off.
As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
Oh, cool.
Yes, it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
Tacos.
So it goes.
Unbreak my heart. Buy me tacos again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you knocked down the peg and stomped on my food. Uncry these tears. I cried over the tacos. Unbreak my heart. Just want some fucking tacos, man.
continue the Matt's Calculus quest line. Nothing matters anymore anyway. I was gonna get soft shell. Make the impossible knuckles. Bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum ba 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 bum oh ba 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 bum do ba 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 bum ba 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 boom ba 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 boom ba bum ba 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 bum bum ba ba boom. Everyone's reaching like level 91, level 93. I don't think I've leveled up even once yet. There's been so much time stuck in cutscenes and waiting for NPCs to spawn. I hear people like teleporting around and shit. There we go, out of the loading screen. I was looking forward to trying some authentic Teliolol cuisine, but we should hurry into an Alpha No and the others at the palace. Alright, climb to the top and head up from the Resplendent Quarter. Even the easier side of Talonmarch if you prefer. There you have an idea of how the city's laid out. I'll let you find your own way. You can go your own way. My poor empty belly. I'm with you, Wuklamot. I feel your pain. I was there. I was there, god damn it. I suffered with the rest of you. And I know this place needs a true leader. One who understands the importance of tacos. I will raise you not to leadership, but to godhood. So no taco ever suffers being crunched by feet ever again. Charge in my attack. The sand has cut out. It's back. And walk. So that you a shard. How cute the fox kid is. I love it so much. Is you? Look at oh, baby bean. That's a cute hairstyle. Has that always been in the game? I love that. Oh, suddenly everyone's here. Or could just go into like a private server that didn't have people around. Come on now. You know, I'm supposed to see the NPC because people like to fucking dry hump them. This is loading in more and more players. I don't care about the players uploading them, and I don't want to see them. Just give me my fucking NPC. Okay, Aaronville's here. Is he who I'm talking to? We ate it good, then we're all here. Still hungry. Me too. Yeah. On speaking of Aaronville, several cutscenes. Okay. We'll probably end out the stream after these cutscenes done. The first impression stream. Oh, they're not even voiced. Okay, I've acquainted the twins with the city as best I could in a short time. Their unbridled I can't words. Their unbridled enthusiasm made it rather difficult. Invariably, something would catch their eye, spurring them to run down an alley to investigate. It was like herding a pair of unruly squirrels. Like the Kral's already a pictomancer. I understand all too well. Arlen had the same effect on me. Right then. Now it's time we saw the inside of the palace. Papa will want to know I'm home. Meet the allies I've chosen. Given how impulsive he is, though, there's no telling what we might be in for.
When did he get here?
Yeah, he just chills you sometimes.
What's the point? Why is he here?
Oh, you know this man? Whenever my father spots a promising opponent, he invites them to Sunperch to duel. Pressing duties or no, he can't resist a good fight.
I'm offended he didn't challenge me.
Justinian is crossing blades with.
That will do, Spearman. I will receive my darling daughter.
I'm just gonna call him Scallywag from now on.
Strongest I fought in many a moon, if not longer. It is the privilege of a life long lived to face such a formidable soul.
If it's formidable you want, then look no further than that man there.
Thank you, Estinian.
I see you, warrior.
We had no idea you meant to visit Tyrrell.
I've seen what lies east. This time I chose west.
And thus did our itinerant dragoon make his travel plans.
You witnessed our bout. If you thought he was fearsome, that was with one head dozing.
I'm not sure I understand.
The old man has been feeling his years. The uncovered side is the head of resolve, and age has only deepened his love for combat. But the head of reason, wiser of the two, sleeps more and more these days. As I understand it, the veil helps with the restoration of his magical energies.
Enough about me, Lamati. I want to hear of your adventures.
Lamachi.
A term of endearment. It's what my family calls me.
Oh. When last did we see you in the palace? Greetings, Solonesh.
It's Erenville now, Dawn Servant. I took the name while abroad, and have since grown accustomed to it.
Erenville, then. And these others? I assume are Lamati's recruited allies. Ha! All-tempered steel. Yet as much as I'd enjoy testing their metal,
Then I shall leave you to it. Good fortune, my friends.
the claimants are assembled. The first promise, Zorolja. The second promise, Ona.
Oh, there's a cat.
The third promise, Uklamat.
There's a big cat. Why do you guys have so many cats running to be leader?
And lastly, the chosen of Mamuk, Bakun Jaja. You
four will compete in the rite of succession, the outcome of which will decide who takes my place as Dawn Servant. I am not the man I once was. My wiser half sleeps the days away. But mine is a torch that has never been passed. Tuliola is young, and so I look to thee always for inspiration. The rite of succession, the means by which the autarch of Mamuk was chosen. Only the two-headed were deemed fit for this contest. But the Tuliola I built is a nation of many peoples. Our leader needn't have two heads, nor be a Mamuja at all. So I gave the right of claimant, not only to the son I sired, but to my adopted children as well. Yet the opportunity to rule was still not equal. That is why a recent tournament offered a place in the contest as the winning prize.
Now you have us to compete against. Though it seems the one head was already too afraid to face us in the tournament.
Our brother was in Shock Tural leading the Landsguard on a campaign to eradicate a Tural Vidral.
I like to think he wasn't going around adopting them as children, but was just like adopting pet cats, you know what I mean?
Anyone with sense would know he was too busy for games.
Now for the part you've been waiting to hear. The nature of the contest itself.
Hear me out, hear me out. Bubbles for President 2024. What do you guys think? I put it right up on screen right there. Bubbles for President? Yeah, Bubbles for President.
To triumph in the right of succession, and thereby claim our nation's throne, you must travel the lands of Yoctural and find the City of Gold.
If I may, Father.
Speak, Gorna.
The Golden City is an ancient Turali legend, but after so many failed attempts to find it, the story has become more fairy tale than fact. If you would charge us with such a quest, are we then to assume you have proof of the city's existence?
Are you for us proof, my unbroken word? For I have seen it with my own 4 eyes.
4 eyes.
The city's real. All those years.
This was before the founding of Tuliola. I traveled the lands of Tural with my companions. And we ended our journey at the gates to the Golden City. I mean to have you do the same. But in order to achieve victory proper, you need to break the seal I put in place. Bring them.
Tuliyola saga.
You will retrace the path I walked to unite our peoples, step by step. Along the way, 7 chosen electors will be waiting to measure your worth. Earn their keystones by performing the feats they ask of you. Once you've fitted each of the 7 tablets with the keystone, you'll have the key to unlock the seal on the Golden City's gates.
So the contest is in stages, none of which can be skipped by rushing to the ultimate objective.
Exactly. Exciting, isn't it?
Martial tournaments, hunting festivals, and now this? You do so love your contests, Papa.
Were I a few years younger, I would have joined in myself, giving you a proper challenge. You may think the ride is tedious or nonsensical, or both, but I am yielding our nation's throne. Let me have this final indulgence.
A waste of time. Just name Bakunja just successor and be done with it.
The rite of succession begins now. I'll be watching your progress with great interest. And Clemens, remember to collect your tablets before you leave. You are one of Lamachi's allies. Speak freely.
I am Cryle Baldessian, representative of the students of Baldessian. My name is perhaps familiar to you?
Ah.
It would seem you sent this letter to my orders some years ago. The ink has since faded and much of the writing is illegible. Even so, we managed to determine the essence of it. A request to investigate the Golden City, addressed to my grandfather, Galuf.
Gandalf!
Included with the correspondence was this earring. A fairy tale and a piece of jewelry were enough to convince my grandfather to sail halfway across the world. So there is surely some greater mystery at work here. On behalf of the students, I've come to seek clarification on the matter. Have you any knowledge you might share with me?
No, not at this time. I have tasked the claimants with finding the Golden City. To fulfill your request, But once the contest is decided, I plan to entrust the entire truth to my successor. If you want to hear it, then you had best help Lamachi win.
Hold up, I just realized something I gotta... So you're gonna hear that sound one more time. Preparing everything.
Very well, Dawn Servant. On my honor as a student of Baldessian, I will find your golden city. Thank you for hearing my petition.
How about that? She's grown into a remarkable young woman. You should be proud, Galov.
Alrighty, hopefully that was the end of all that. Feels like we finally just kicked off the journey. Alrighty. So that was our first 2 hours of Dawntrail. Still not sure what to think of it. And like I need to wait a little longer to give it a fair chance. But let me know what you guys thought of it, how you guys felt about it. Anyway, I guess I'm going to end the stream as soon as I guess we're in a cutscene still. God damn it.
Too late to change your mind now, I suppose. But are you sure you wish to be part of this? Our third promise is not wont to take no for an answer. Though you may have agreed to help, I worry that you were swept up in her relentless enthusiasm. Or perhaps you've been lured by the glory of the Golden City. Either way, this contest for the throne will place you and yours at the heart of political turmoil.
My motives are beyond your comprehension. I'm here to kill a bastard and avenge my taco.
If you are second-guessing your decision, tell me now.
Life is a series of journeys, my friend, and there's no telling what awaits us on the long road. But what's important is to be true to yourself as you walk it. Only then can we hope to be content when we arrive at the end of one and step forward into another.
I want to see where this journey leads. I've made my decision, and I mean to see it through. I will avenge the taco.
Is that so? I will speak no more of it then. As for my own involvement, I can no longer conduct myself as a mere guide, I think. Not after the Dawn Servant's revelation.
Here they come! It's Saralja! Such a fearsome mien. Make no mistake, there goes Tuliola's mightiest warrior.
First promise.
Our village needs aid. The cold weather stunts our crops, and the children of our village go hungry. Once you ascend the throne, I beg of you, grant my people new lands, please!
Serelja.
Take heart, tiller of the soil. The Resilient son, blood heir to the Dawn Servant, has heard your pleas.
Soralja, the first promise and commander of the Landsguard. Serelja, the Palaceer. As he was so careful to remind the crowd, Soralja is indeed the natural child of Gurul Jaja.
And Resilient Son, is that another title, like the first promise?
After a fashion. Common knowledge has it that two-headed Mamulja cannot sire children, yet Soralja was born all the same, with the head of Resolve's features and the head of Reason's scales. An extraordinary example of life's unyielding resilience.
And a warrior's reticence. He says little, but the way he moves... I know a hardened soldier when I see one.
He's a natural swordsman, a gift he inherited from his father. Some even say that the son has already surpassed the sire. Should he come to power, the first promise means to employ that martial prowess in the conquest of foreign lands. For this, he and his supporters have been labeled expansionists. This puts him in direct opposition to Wuklamat, who advocates for the preservation of peace. You may recall that she spoke of a claimant who cannot be allowed to rule. That is Soralja, the warmonger.
Kryl, are you alright?
The echo. It gave me a glimpse into Zoralja's ambitions.
I always forget she has that.
Deep and unknowable, like an abyss. Yet at the same time, a roaring, unquenchable fire.
Wait, even though we killed Hydaelyn, we still have that power?
It was a trifle terrifying, to be frank.
Yeah, that's what I'm supporting to win.
Second promise, you must bring us more marvelous conveniences. More dirigibles and trains and the like. We need you in charge to make trading easier. The elders, they complain and complain about abandoning tradition. But we're not like them, afraid of everything foreign and new. You have our wholehearted support. With your ingenuity and knowledge, you're sure to win the contest.
Forgive me, but the rite of succession is barely begun. I will hear your petitions if and when I am named Dawn Servant. If you will excuse me.
Plain spoken, as always. That's Arcona. Practical to a fault.
Here we have Kona, the second promise, who spent time as a pupil at Sharlian's own studium.
Now that you mention it, I think I did see him in the halls once or twice. There was nothing to suggest he was Turali, much less from a royal family.
That was by design. He forwent his usual garb and took an Eorzean name to avoid attention.
So it was Kona who introduced the dirigibles. And the railway too, given what we just heard.
In furtherance of his goal, to enrich Tuliolal with every bright notion he learned of in Sharlian. He is the hope of those who prize innovation. As aloof as he may seem, Kona and Wuklamat actually get along rather well. They bicker and banter as only close siblings do.
How gracious of you all to cheer the lesser claimant. Oh, come now. What are you afraid of? I'm no different from your Dawn servant. That my kind should reign is Mamulja tradition, and has been so since before there was a Tuliyola. I'll brush aside your feeble contenders, and then you'll see who deserves your fealty.
Well said, brother.
The Mamulja have finally found peace in Tuliolal. A pity those fanatics are intent on keeping that tradition alive.
The chosen of Mamuk, Bakul Jaja, winner of the recent martial tournament, and the only claimant not of the Dawn's promise. His strength is undeniable, but you see how he is. A few devoted Mamulja are his only supporters.
What would he do with the throne should he win it?
His policies and so forth. I doubt he's thought much beyond winning the contest itself. But one thing seems certain. If he does become Dawn Servant, he will see the Mamulja exalted as the ruling class, and all others forced into subservience.
Sounds like another that cannot be allowed to rule.
We wish for one thing and one thing only, Third Promise. To abide together in harmony with our neighbors whom we love in this land we share. It is our way, the Turoli way.
Galul Jaja built for us this peaceful nation, and we beg you to preserve it.
You have my word. I won't let your pleas go unanswered.
Until Tuliolal was founded some 80 years ago, this continent was ravaged by war. The eldest among us remember that dark era, and they are Wuklamat's most ardent supporters.
Apologies, it's hard to get away. This is Namika, my childhood nursemaid. She's been like a mother to me my whole life. I told her it wasn't necessary, but she insisted on seeing us off.
I place our precious Third Promise into your care.
Did you know Wuklamat was taking part in the rite of succession?
Of the Dawn's promise. I thought it was only Zoralja and Kona. If she has any accomplishments to her name, I've yet to hear them.
Compared to the two Mamulja, she pales in martial prowess. And then there's Kona, who's far and away the most educated of the bunch. I hate to say it, but it's hardly a competition.
Yeah, I'm voting for Kona.
It's fine. More than anyone. I understand how much better my brothers are than me.
Better? Wuklamat. I have never thought of you as the lesser sibling.
I have.
Your brothers may excel in their respective ways, but you boast qualities that both lack. A strength that is yours alone. Having cared for you for so long, I should know.
You know, quit being vague and name the quality, or admit that you're talking out your ass and she kinda sucks.
Thank you, Namika. Well, we ought to be on our way.
Yes, hurry along. I await word of your victory with bated breath.
Alrighty, I think we're finally done all the cutscenes. I don't want to try to do an outro again until I'm certain. Alrighty. Oh my god, it's Jelly Bean. Not my farm lover. Alright, thanks so much for watching. I hope each and every one of you has a fantastic day. Please make good choices, and I don't know what I'll be streaming next. Probably not this again. But yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Take care.